Right, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Happy Friday. I hope you're all well out there. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a like on the video. It helps me reach a wider audience. And any comments or questions you may have, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I know I've got some to go through from yesterday, but I'll get them done by the end of the day. I'm going to talk about Hedera HBAR again today and how their transactions have reached record levels, which is obviously fantastic news despite the state of the crypto market today. So the good fundamentals continue to come through. Price action doesn't really bother me because I don't think we're in a bull market yet, even though we're in a fairly decent position. So I'll start off by going through the cryptocurrency market as a whole just to get a grasp of where we're at rather. We've got a market cap of 1.08 trillion, which is down 1.01% over the last 24 hours. So still over a trillion, which is a decent place to be. 24-hour trading volume is down. It's at $49 billion. Bitcoin dominance is at 42.3%. Bitcoin itself is trading just shy of $23,500. If you look across the top 10, it's just a sea of red. Not majorly down, like we're looking like 3, 4, 5%. The only one that's held on to its gains, from a salvage perspective, is Solana. It's maintained that 1.5% on the week. So of my holdings that are in the top 10, that's the only one that's done well. Let's look at the last 24 hours, see if anything has done well. Binary X Old, never heard of it. That's up 21% today. Binary X, that's up 10%. Singularity Net, that continues to do well. But nothing major today, only this Binary X Old, which I've never heard of. I'm not going to lie and say I know every single of the 22,667 cryptocurrencies because I'll be talking at my arse were I to say that. It's got a tiny market cap, $475 million. Yeah, not something I know much about, so nothing major is up today. Moving on to the HBAR page, currently trading at 0.076, down 5.58% against the dollar and down 3.16% against Bitcoin. So it's not having the best of days, but the good news continues to come out. It's, when Bitcoin sells off, the majority of the market tends to follow. That's how it's been historically and will always continue to be so, I would imagine. As for sentiment, Moon, there's people just shilling something called Moon today. I'm sure these people are paid to do it. When it's like a sensible day, you'll get people that are bullish on HBAR. I know let's go back to how many people are following it. 485,402 watch lists. I'm not going to lie, I'm quite late on HBAR. I've only been into it the last couple of months. I feel I may have missed out, but not missed out because I'm accumulating at decent price levels. I'm up on my initial investment and I'm still accumulating. Sorry, I need some water. I've got a very dry mouth. Excuse me, but yeah, I believe this thing is going to pump at least to 50 cents. Like, not financial advice, but when the next bull run does come, so I'm quite happy to be accumulating at these levels. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, he's come back. So not a great day, but everything looks good fundamentally. So we'll look at the technicals before we go on to the article. On the daily, you can see this trend line that's been in place since the 7th of January, pretty much the beginning of the year. We've gone straight through that today, so it's quite a severe pullback. Well, not severe, it's not a major pullback, but it's taken out a few of the gains we've made over the last week or so. I don't know how it's going to close. Momentum's gone negative on the histogram. The MACD line's crossed above the signal line and they're both sloping down, so they could be heading towards the zero line. A few days for that to happen though. Price is still above the 50 and the 100, and the 50 is above the 100, which is bullish. I'd be interested to see how we react to the 50. This resistance line was the resistance, could become support. We'll find out in the coming days. And we're still a long way away from the 100, so we're still sitting in the same sort of consolidation area that we've been in since the 20th of January when we did break that there's like a treble top type region there that we broke out of. So technically it's not a great day, but nothing to be overly concerned about. If you're DCAing in properly and you're not over invested, you won't even blink at this. If you have over invested, then you've been a bit silly. You need to just edge in, do it strategically. Don't just go all in on one coin. I've got 5 coins. I'll go into my portfolio one day, but HBAR is likely to become in my top 3. Bitcoin's obviously my major holding. I've got a lot of XRP, quite a lot of Cardano. VeChain is one of my major holdings, and after that I've got a number of other ones, but I'd like to think HBAR will make it into my top 4 or 5 definitely moving forwards, because the more I read about this project, the more I believe in it. None of this is financial advice, by the way. It's just me sharing my opinions and comments and criticisms on my investments and protocols that I'm invested in. So here's the article. I'll link it down below. It's on CoinGate. It's out today. It's only like 4 hours old, so it's fairly recent. Hedera transactions surged to record high. Bullish HBAR price action coming. As per latest news related to HBAR, there has been a significant rise in a number of transactions processed by the Hedera network recently. Where are we? This week, many of the industry's top cryptocurrencies have extended their solid run in the crypto market. These include the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Hedera, which has seen exponential growth in recent times. Among these, the Hedera network has recently witnessed a spike in the number of transactions processed in the last 7 days. One of the most notable metrics that has experienced a surge in the Layer 1 network is the number of daily active users, which is increased by an astounding 348% over the course of the previous quarter. Now that is a massive increase. This indicated that the network has been successful in maintaining a consistent user base despite the volatility of the market in the preceding months. So yeah, before, if you go back over the last quarter, you've had the old FTX thing, Terra Luna, all manner of things going on. I don't know when Celsius happened, but it has been a fairly bleak few months. So for them to be doing well in the last quarter is, it's quite incredible, really. According to the portal that keeps tabs on the Hedera network, the mainnet executed a total of 321,800,000 transactions in the past week, with an average of over 532 transactions per second. See, that's one of the things I like about HBAR. It's very, very fast and very, very cheap. In addition, Hedera recently surpassed the 4 billion transaction mark on February the 14th. That's Valentine's Day for you lovers out there, and has currently executed over 4.45 billion transactions at the time of writing. This recent spike seen in the transaction count directly correlates with the increase in the recorded development activity on the network. The uptick in activity could assist in addressing any problems that may contribute to a drop in transactions and further improve the expansion and acceptance of Hedera. It also suggests that new updates and upgrades may be forthcoming. Hedera price action. As a result of such expansion, HBAR could be poised for some significant rallies this year. Its most immediate milestone is 0.01, but a breach at that point could result in newer highs and possibly 0.01. I'm sure they mean 0.1. Let me just go back to my chart. Yeah, that's a typo. They mean 0.1. Most immediate milestone is 0.1, but a breach of that point could result in newer highs and possibly a new all-time high. Moreover, it's interesting to note that the market experts have speculated that the average trading price for the token could be 13 cents this year. I believe it got much higher, but it may not. Like today, we've got a pullback, so nothing goes up in a straight line. You've always got to remember that. It just gives you a better chance to DCA in. Additionally, as summarised by the moving averages, HBAR's technical analysis indicators that CoinGate's price tracker shows a neutral position, recommended a neutral at level 9 and a buy at level 8. Excuse me 1 second. In response to this latest HBAR crypto news, the price of Hedera is currently trading at 0.081, up 0.51% over the last day, compared to a drop of 9.79% over the previous 7 days. Now, we've just looked at the price action, so this article, although only a few hours old, 19 hours old, sorry, I thought it was 4 hours ago. That's all been negated because we've had this massive pullback, but there's a little wick there, so let's go down the time frame. Let's go to the 4 hourly. So we've made a lower low, another lower low. There is some bullish divergence there, though, between this low here and this low here. Let's go down to the hourly, see what we're looking at. So was there any trading patterns? There was a higher high there, close below. There was a setup actually for a low, for a short trade. How much would that have paid out if we were looking at a 3-to-1? I'll just eyeball this basically. So we would have got in at this level here, and it's moved down 6%. So yeah, there was a potential trade there. I don't day trade cryptocurrencies. It's something I'm thinking about. I might get myself a Bybit account. I started doing a bit of live trading from time to time to show people how I operate in the markets. We're below the 50, below the 100. 100 is above the 50, which is obviously bearish. What it's looking like on the daily, I can't recall. I think I said earlier. Yeah, they've got the 50 above the 100. Excuse me. Right, I'm starting to cough, so I'm going to wrap it up for there. So I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your Friday evening. Thanks for watching. Haven't already, please consider subscribing. Drop a like on the video to help me get the videos out there and grow the channel. Any comments or questions you may have, please leave them down below, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Have a great weekend, and bye for now.